The world is a wondrous place, with many amazing sights and many amazing people. Every day there are unseen miracles and second chances. But these aren't just random acts of God. These aren't just coincidence or serendipity. No. There are people in the world who give their lives to others so willingly so that others may have a life to live. These people are people like no other. We are in search of these inspirational people to document their life's work. This search brings us to India, Calcutta, a city full of ingenuity, colour, but at a population breaking point where hope for a comfortable life seems like a distant wish. This is also the home of Premila Padmani, the co-founder of Emmanuel Ministries, a charity set up over 40 years ago and has touched many lives from all walks of life.
She has a heart for every individual in the ministry.
I was in darkness and she brought me in the light.
আমার মনে হয় মামি আমাদের একটা যেমন আমার নিজস্ব মা আছে অমনই মনে হয়।
She is very compassionate, she is very lovable. She looks after children, those who doesn't have father or mother.
She has influenced my life as a friend, a mentor in many ways.
Loving person, a gentle person, a very articulate person.
Premila, now 70 years of age, has been changing lives for over 40 years, and it is very quickly apparent that this is her life's calling. After an advertisement in the local paper, Premila and her husband were inundated the next morning with people in need of help. We managed to arrange a meeting with her while she is visiting friends within the UK.
When you step off the plane, you will find that all your 5 senses are assaulted. And you see life at its best and also at its worst. No amount of orientation, talking about it, will really help you to see or experience what it's like till you come.
Ripon Street is Emmanuel Ministries headquarters and the home for the Pavement Club, one of 37 projects that Emmanuel Ministries execute and a favourite of Mrs. Padmani. It is a blessing to children in need of education, hygiene teachings, food, clean water and a sense of belonging from a broken community. Timothy, who was once an alcoholic, found help through Emmanuel Ministries and is now the leader of the Pavement Club and loved by all.
There's a huge slum that we work with. It is called the North Range community. Now these kids, when you go back to the slums, their parents are actually, scavengers. They rummage through the garbage to find any articles of reusable articles that they can sell. We send our team, to the slums. They encourage the families, motivate them, and then bring them to us. And then we feel that this is what the child needs in this particular area, whether it's medical, whether it's education, or any other aspect, of a service that we can provide for them. It's an exuberant experience for them, because for them, it's so different from the community, because the community where they live in is so hostile and so vulnerable in every situation that they get into a lot of antisocial crimes. But when they come to the project, they feel that they are accepted, and also that they feel that, I belong to something. And they keep coming back.
Manisha, a slum child, has been part of the Pavement Club since she was 4 years old.
मेरा नाम मनीषा है, हम क्लास 9 में पढ़ते हैं, नेशनल कॉलेज में पढ़ते हैं। सबसे पहले बोलना चाहिए अपने बारे में। वहाँ बहुत छोटा सी जगह है, वहाँ पे बहुत सारे स्लम चिल्ड्रन रहते हैं, और वहाँ पर मंकीज़ भी है, वहाँ मंकीज़ भी है, और वहाँ पर बहुत ऐसा घटना होती रहता है, लाइक बच्चे लोग जल्दी से शादी कर लेता है, मैरिज शादी बहुत टूटता है वहाँ पे, हर छोटे छोटा बात में कुछ झगड़ा वगैरह होते रहते हैं वहाँ पे। बट अभी हम लोग का कम्युनिटी बन रहा है, जैसे किसी भी पब्लिक वहाँ की पब्लिक को कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो वहाँ जाके कंप्लेन कर सकता है, तो उन लोग का सॉल्व आउट हो सकता है। वहाँ पे पहले बहुत पानी का तकलीफ था, अभी सब ठीक है। जैसे कि अगर मेरा फैमिली में या फिर बाहर में किसी को कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ तो उनको बाहर नहीं जाना पड़े, हम रहें तो उन लोग का इलाज कर सकते हैं।
Manisha invites us to her house to see for ourselves what it's like. We were forbidden to film whilst in public view due to the dangers it could bring to the team.
Namaskar, Bhaiya Namaskar.
Hi, my name is Manisha Malik and this is my house, this is my family. She is my mother, who is so good, she is supporting me, and he is my father, and she is my grandmother. She is also good. I will always joke to her.
हाँ, बहुत ज़्यादा।
क्यों?
अच्छा पढ़ती है, जैसे हम लोग दैनिक में अच्छा से रहती है, हम लोग का मान सम्मान रखती है, इसीलिए हम लोग यहीं पर सोते हैं। कुछ आदमी नीचे सोते हैं, कुछ आदमी ऊपर सोते हैं,
कुछ आदमी ऊपर देखा हाथ से देखा,
कुछ आदमी यहाँ सोते हैं, कुछ आदमी यहाँ से यहाँ।
खतरनाक कैसे, जैसे कि हम लोग कहीं रात भर घर छोड़ के रह नहीं सकते, यहाँ चोरी वोरी ज़्यादा होता है। हाँ, ये हम सोचते हैं कि उन लोग से थोड़ा अच्छा है मेरा घर। ये प्रभु को हम धन्यवाद देते हैं कि इतना अच्छा है।
Cielda, home to children being abused, homeless, orphaned and drug addicted. However, a simple meal to start the day is life-saving for many and begins Premila's work to change a new generation's fate from a life barely lived to a life that now has hope.
These are the group from Cielda. These are the children who are on the platforms on the Cielda, and we have brought them here. This is a drama class for the Cielda children, and it is a form of therapy which we do with the children through drama.
Being allowed to be children without the worry of starvation, abuse or manipulation is a simple need that every child should have. Where there is space, Emmanuel Ministries will house children and even be a surrogate parent to those who have none. Anandaloy is the home for boys, a safe haven and a chance for a bright future.
তখন আমি দমদমে আসি, দমদমে একবার আসার পর তখন কতগুলো ছেলেরা রেড নাইট খেয়েছিল, আমি জানি না ওটা কি। আমি বললাম একবার টেনে দেখে কী আছে। যখন আমি খাওয়ার পরে দেখলাম এটা, প্রথম যখন টানলাম তখন মাথাগুলো পুড়ে গেছিল মেঝেতে। এখন আমি স্কুলে যেতে পারছি, আর আমি এখন ক্লাসে শিখতে পারি সেন্ট অ্যান্ড প্রাইমারি স্কুলে। আমি বারে ড্যান্সার। ধন্যবাদ দিতে চাই যে আমার জন্য আমি এখানে আছি। এখন অনেক ছেলেরা যেমন বাইরে অনেক কষ্ট পাচ্ছে আমার মতন, আমি জানি না এখানে অনেকজন আছে, আমি জানি না এখান থেকে বেরিয়ে যেতে, আমি এখানে থাকতে চাই, ভালো মানুষ হতে পারি।
There is a darker side to Kolkata that even we were not prepared for. The life of a sex worker is dangerous, and even more so for their children. The Lakamath project is designed to break the cycle of children following in their mother's footsteps.
My mother was, once upon a time, was a sex worker. And I was a child of a sex worker, and I grew up in that environment. In my childhood, I saw alcohol customers coming in and going out, and that was a pathetic condition for me because I deeply abhor that environment.
Two women still practicing the trade spoke to us about their life. Their children are currently learning maths in the safety of the Lakamath project from Emmanuel Ministries.
এখানে আসার আগে আমি মায়ের বাড়িতে ছিলাম। এখানে এসেছি 6 থেকে 7 মাস হচ্ছে। মায়ের বাড়ি বীরভূম।
কিভাবে এলেন এখানে?
এখানে কীভাবে এলাম, মানে এখানে একজন থাকতো, মানে আমাদের সংসারের মধ্যে খুব অশান্তি, ঝগড়া ঝামেলা, মারধর করতো আমার স্বামী। এই কারণে আমি মায়ের বাড়িতে ছিলাম। ওখান থেকে আমাদের একটা মেয়ে এখানে আসা যাওয়া করতো। আমি ওকে বলেছিলাম যে আমি তোর সাথে যাব। ওখানে নাকি বলে বাড়িতে লোকের বাড়িতে কাজ টাজ করবো, এই জন্যে ওর সঙ্গে এসেছি।
This life is not a choice, it is a need. Emmanuel Ministries works in giving back that choice.
ছেলে মেয়েকে বড় করবো, এখানে যতদিন পারবো ইনকাম করে এরকমভাবে চালাবো। তারপরে যখন না পারবো দেশে চলে যাব, আমাদের ব্যবসা বাণিজ্য করব। ব্যবসা বলতে আমাদের ওই যে কাঁচি চুড়ি টুড়ি বিক্রি করে, তারপরে খাজুরের পাতায় তালাই বুনে, পট আঁকে, এইসব আমাদের ব্যবসা।
Each one of these children have seen their mothers with a paying customer. But under the beds while their mothers are with a client, the Lacamath project is the start of a new life.
There are so many happy memories in EMC, especially when I think of the children. One evening I came home very tired and we had this phone call, said there's a little girl that is abandoned in a tailor shop. Would I go and pick her up? So we went to this tailor shop. He said she was sitting outside and crying. Her mother didn't come back for her and she was fast asleep. And the only clean place was where her tears had run down on her face and her head was bruised. She had big botches where she was hurt, and on her feet. And she could not even tell me her name. And she could not tell me who her mother was. She called her Didi, which is big sister. So I said, how did you get hurt? She said, Didi did it. So I am not blaming her mother, because I don't know what the poor lady has gone through. But, we called her Deepa, which means little light. You won't believe how Deepa is today. Deepa, has grown up to be such a beautiful young girl.
Now back in India, after rushing back for her own daughter, who was admitted to hospital, Premila is able to continue her life's work.
I'm always happy to come back because it's home for me. It's where all the people I love are congregated, all the things I love to do. I just feel like I'm coming home to a very happy family. I think the work with the children, especially the school and the projects, are very close to my heart because I had a share in that, in bringing it up and starting with it, and especially because the children, as I said, totally changed my life.
There are thousands of people who can never repay Premila for the kindness she has shown them. But there is one person whom Premila could not have done without, her late husband and co-founder, Vijay Pavmani.
I am so grateful, first of all, to God that He allowed me to know Him and to work with Him. And I am grateful that He didn't give up on me when I wasn't ready to do the work like He wanted me to. And so I am thankful for that. And I always remember Him with much love and deep gratitude. He was my friend, He was my husband, He was my hero, He was my pastor. So that kind of, helped our relationship, even though we didn't have quality time, as people would say, together. I feel that, we have a great privilege in taking a legacy forward, in touching lives, in involving in communities and families. And I always regard it as a very high privilege for ordinary people like us. He is so much a part of me that I miss him.
Premila Pavmani will continue her work in changing lives, giving to all, and giving up her own life to do it. The world is full of hope, joy, and love because of people like Premila. Where there was no hope, there is now a future. Where there are people like no other.